Look at the room around you. The temperature is controlled, the doors are locked, the water is clean. You are perfectly safe. Now, strip away the walls, kill the lights, drop the temperature to freezing. You are now 45,000 years in the past. The rules of your existence have just completely rewritten themselves. A small cut on your finger from a jagged rock is no longer an annoyance. It is a ticking clock. You are not just watching history, you are entering a biological obstacle course designed by nature to kill you. Because in this world, your probability of reaching age 80 is less than 0.1%. One person in 1,000. Let's see exactly how far you make it. You've survived your first hunt. You've outrun the predators. You think you are the apex of your environment, but the executioner that will take you down isn't waiting in the dark outside. It's inside your own skull. You feel a dull throb in your jaw, a single infected tooth. In your modern life, this is 40 minutes in a brightly lit clinic. Here, there is no clinic. There are no antibiotics. You sit by the fire, feeling the heat radiate from your neck as the cavity deepens, and bacteria silently breach the pulp, slipping into your bloodstream. You are physically dominant, yet completely powerless. Your immune system goes into a blind, catastrophic panic, attacking your own organs to destroy the systemic sepsis. In 2019, researchers analyzing skeletal remains found this was the single most consistent cause of preventable death. You were perfectly healthy on Tuesday. You are dead by Sunday. If you manage to avoid that, you still have to face the brutal mathematics of your own birth. We hear the average ancient lifespan was 35 years, and we imagine a society where a 40-year-old was biologically decrepit. The reality is far darker. To even begin this game, you had to survive the great filter of childhood. Approximately 50% of everyone born alongside you died before their 5th birthday, from cold, parasites, or minor infections. The ancient world didn't kill old people. It systematically slaughtered infants with such brutal efficiency that it hid the true nature of survival. If you miraculously navigated that lethal gauntlet to reach 15, living to 50 was genuinely possible. But reaching 80, that requires surviving everything else. Survival here requires constant motion. Your group must move tomorrow to track shifting food sources, or everyone starves. You take a blind step, your femur snaps. Today, an ambulance arrives. Here, you instantly transform into a cold arithmetic calculation. You look up at the faces of your family. You know they love you, but you also know the brutal logic running through their minds. How much food do you consume? How much do you contribute? Carrying you slows the group. Feeding you drains the reserves. We have unearthed healed complex fractures, proving some groups risked starvation to carry their injured for months. But when the winter closed in, your shattered bone wasn't just your tragedy. It was a crisis that could sever your entire family tree. For half the population, the ultimate biological toll came not from trauma, but from the act of creating life. If you are a woman, giving birth is a battle no one can assist you with. Estimates range from 1,000 to 3,000 maternal deaths per 100,000 births. 1 in every 30 to 100 births ends in death, holding a newborn against your chest for 3 brief seconds before your eyes glaze over forever. And without you, without modern formula or alternative nutrition, your infant's survival probability evaporates instantly. 2 lives extinguished in a single moment, a lethal gamble you must take 6 or 8 times in your life. If you survive the injuries in the birth, the ultimate, inescapable test arrives every 12 months. Winter. You hand your last piece of dried meat to your shivering child, calculating that the calorie deficit means your own heart might stop before dawn. Your body in winter is a fortress under constant siege. Every calorie burned merely to stay warm is a calorie stolen directly from your immune system. A mild October cough morphs into aggressive December pneumonia. Anthropologists estimate that severe winter events could effortlessly eliminate 20 to 40% of an entire group in a matter of weeks. Entire communities erased, while the snow falls quietly outside. And when the snow finally melts, the invisible gauntlet resumes. Think of the strongest person in your group, the one who survived the tooth, the fracture, and 5 brutal winters. Now watch them spend 2 years slowly becoming a shadow of themselves. Not from a wound anyone can see, not from a predator anyone can fight, but from something living inside them that arrived in a single sip of water. Every river you drink from, every patch of soil you sleep on, is a potential vector for organisms refined by millions of years of evolution to drain you from the inside out. Intestinal worms consume your nutrition silently, leaving you progressively immunocompromised over months and years until a minor secondary infection, the kind you once shrugged off, easily breaches the weakened walls. The strongest person in your group dies not with a wound, not in winter, but quietly, in summer, while the rest of you are still eating. And yet, against all of this, someone made it. You beat the 0.1% odds. You are 60 years old in a world designed to kill you. And because you survived, you are no longer just a person. You are a living, irreplaceable hard drive. You know exactly where the deep water table hid during the drought 30 years ago. You know which subtle atmospheric shifts preceded precede a lethal blizzard. This existential data cannot be Googled. It cannot be read in a book. It survives in only one fragile location: your neural pathways. When an elder passes away, the tribe doesn't merely mourn a loss. They permanently lose decades of unrecoverable software required to keep the group alive. You are the most valuable asset in human history. When your life expectancy is a daily biological gamble, time is not a passive resource you scroll through on a screen, assuming an infinite supply awaits you tomorrow. You do not have the luxury of postponing your ambitions for someday. A small cut on your finger today is an annoyance. But for them, it was a profound reminder of fragility, forcing them to use the time they had with desperate, conscious intention. You are sitting here watching this because every single one of your ancestors ran that impossible gauntlet and survived just long enough to pass the chain down to you. The 0.1% who reached 80 weren't exceptional. They were the beneficiaries of staggering miraculous luck. The question is not whether modern medicine will allow you to reach 80. It is what you will do with the time that 45,000 years of brutal, unforgiving survival fought so desperately to give you.